Man, this is gonna be a fun trip.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey dude!
What are you doing there?
I'm getting ready for my big trip. I've never taken a big trip on this yet, but I'm about to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some interesting luggage you got there.
I bought it off a bag lady down the street. She needed the money, and I needed the bags.
You know there's a better way, right?
Yeah?
Moscow Moto.
What's a Moscow?
Moscow Moto makes the best gear on the planet. I know, because I'm a customer.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Want to see it?
Sure. Bam!
What do you think?
Wow! I'm not worthy! This is the RoadTech B1 toolkit, and we're going to do this giveaway right here. And all you have to do, subscribe and tell us how many times we say Moscow in this video, and you're the winner.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
If you want to know about the best system out there that we can think of for soft luggage, stick around to the end, because there's a lot of little nuances about this that most people don't know.
All right, so look at this, folks. This is one of the original versions of the Moscow Moto backcountry pannier system. As you can tell by that dust coming off of it, this one's seen some days. Just a heads up, I actually had a tear from one of my buddies. Hey James, back here, and Moscow was kind enough to send me a couple of their no-sew patch kits, and it looks like it worked pretty good. And now I have a clean spot. Let's talk about this bag for a second. So I have this, as you can see, these are compression straps here, right? And at the time I bought this, they didn't have an offset system with a 35 liter on one side and a 25 liter on the exhaust side. So, not a big deal. I just use these compression straps to cinch down this bag so that I get something similar, something symmetrical here, right? And so that it's not sticking out past my handlebars, especially because I live in California, I split lane. And so I don't want that thing sticking out. So I just cinch it down, right? This thing also has, and as you'll see, it's got an inner waterproof liner that's basically a dry bag, right? And so even though it's a textile product, as you can see, this inner layer here, completely waterproof, and it also has its own straps. They're down there somewhere, so that you can use it as a dry bag all by itself if you want to. So an ingenious system. Roll top, totally waterproof, and even with that tear, it never penetrated anything in here. And I've got a ton of stuff in here, and I've got this one cinched down to probably right around half capacity, right? So another cool thing about these bags, this beaver tail here, this is what really protects your bag. All right, so this thing is totally repairable, and this bag, you can see by these marks that go this way, this bike has been down a few times with these bags on there, and I see no tears, no nothing. It's a very tough system, very tough system. The only reason I had this tear here is because my buddy James dropped his bike on mine, and the beak of his bike tore a hole in here. But anyway, so this is also a great thing about this beaver tail thing here is if you've got wet gear that you don't want to contaminate the rest of your stuff with in this waterproof inner container, you just stuff it in there, right? And as you ride, it'll dry off. Right, so it's a really good system. Let's talk about this other thing up here that Ricky and I both have. This is the Nomax Tank Bag. This is the second version of a similar tank bag. The original, which I still have, is a Nomad. There are some upgrades to the Nomax. And my Nomad, that I couldn't stand being without, needed some TLC. And the folks at Moscow were kind enough to help me out by replacing it with the Nomax. This, I'll tell you right now, I hate tank bags with a passion. But the only thing I hate more than a tank bag is wearing my water on my back, right? I have big vented back panels on a lot of my gear, and that just blocks it, and I just don't like it. Especially if I want to carry camera gear back there in a backpack, right? So it's just a big dilemma for me. And I experimented for about 1.5 years with my own version of something like this, a tank bag with a water bladder in it. It didn't work that well. It was a mess, and I couldn't keep my other things that were in the tank bag away from the water bladder, and I kept sitting on the bite valve and leaking water all over my crotch and stuff like that.
No, you got them.
Ta-da, like magic, Mosco came out with the original Nomad. So there's a water bladder inside here, underneath, and this drinking hose, just like you would wear like a Camelback product. And as a matter of fact, this can be used that same way. Underneath all of this stuff here is a full set of backpack straps. So if you do want to hop off the bike at a trailhead and go hiking, you can take your water and all your stuff that's in the tank bag with you. Just pull those straps out, put it on your back, off you go. It's an ingenious product.
So this is not supposed to be in this shot. So this is the new green color that Mosco came out with in December, and I jumped all over it. So I'm going to walk you through this bag a little bit more than what Rob did. So this right here is a way to keep your cell phone. You put your cell phone in here, and I will actually give you a demonstration. So it's a MOLLE system, and then it holds the Velcro, and then the Velcro holds this. That way you're not undoing MOLLE every time you get off and on the bike and want to move your phone or whatever. So this keeps your phone protected. You put it in there. If you're in inclement weather, you just go ahead and get this straightened out, close it here, and then you pull this closed. And that protects your phone. So the other thing here is this area right here, and this material is like bulletproof. It's like a denier nylon or something. I'm gonna find out for sure and list it. So right here you have a key fob. So right away you can hook your keys on here, pens, field notes, whatever. Strap that down. This is a second layer here of organization. So let's say that, you know, you have some aspirin in here. If you have your camera, maybe you want some cards in here. It's kind of like a stretchy little thing. You can put more pens there. And here's this little secret pocket. You can put your glasses in here. So you can go ahead and just, like perfect, like it's this really nice Nyla wool in here, and you put that in there and your glasses are really, really well protected. That is a huge feature for me because I'm always going back and forth between glasses. So let's get into this compartment here. And this compartment is even more storage. And this is just an area where you can just throw just more stuff. I mean, literally, you know, if you had an organizer, let's say, you know, whatever you want to put in there. That is just a major, this is your biggest compartment, quite honestly. So before I zip that up, I'm just going to show you this next area here. This is how you can access, like if there's some reason you need to access something here, like for instance a pass for a tunnel or turnpike or something like that, or whatever. Here's the other main compartment that gets Rob and I so excited. Right here is where you put your water bladder. And that basically, when this is all closed up, it vents around here. This is where it clips to, and you can get your water from there. So that sums up this guy. And as Rob said, like right here, for example, I always put like my earplugs. This isn't much room, but it's good for earplugs or something along that line, something very small. Little extra thing right here, a whistle. Okay, so that pretty much sums up the tank bag. Let's move over to the regular panniers. Now these are the 25, they come in 35 as well. I like a little smaller footprint for most of what I do. I'll probably regret it later. Anyway, to get these off, you just simply pull this tab and lift straight off. And that's it. You can carry this to the campground, you can carry it to the hotel room, and it's got all your stuff in it. You have one in one hand, one in the other. So, to put it back on, as long as you're straight up and down, you just line it up like that, and bam, you're good to go. This is a roll top, so the one advantage of soft luggage is that if you run out of room or you feel like you picked up more stuff on the way, you went to Mount Rushmore and you got sweatshirts for your kids, whatever. Now you can actually just roll it part of the way down. Get it about like that, and you can adjust these straps. I'm not going to pull them right now because I love where they're at, and you can stretch these as far as you want them to. As Rob said, these are liners, and all you have to do is pull them out. I have a My Medic kit in here, Stay Alive. I highly recommend one of these. This is the Moto Medic. I met the guy, I talked to him at length. I'm a former EMT from another lifetime ago, and I highly recommend it. So you just roll this, make sure this is inside, and just roll this back down when you have this all loaded up, and you can, and you just tie these down as so, not tie them, snap them down. And I don't know if you can see this, but this pivots 360 degrees. So let's say you get it kind of twisted up here like this, it doesn't really matter. They have this nice little system here, so when you have the excess strap, you just roll it up, Velcros it nice and out of the way. Moving on to this side, Rob already went through the clamshell, so I'm not going to go there. But moving up to this is a liner right here, and this liner is one of these things where you can do so many things with it. This side for me, I put my water bottle on, an extra water bottle. You could put extra gas on here and here with a gas rated gas bottle. I don't know how many liters you could get on there. Or you can use this, and it's a dry bag. And then that dry bag, it straps down. It's totally waterproof. Not resistant, waterproof. The thing that Mosco does is they have so many different, and by the way, this little guy right here, so when you put this dry bag in, you put the strap comes out the bottom, and you can pull it down nice and tight. And that's how you get that in there. This is an annex to the system. It doesn't come with the bag. It's not that much, and it's worth getting. And you can pop them off very easily. It's not a big deal. It's like a screw system in there, and almost like it's like a captive screw, kind of like looks like a pop rivet, but it's a captive screw. You got MOLLE webbing in several areas, like on this side, if you want to come over here. I like to be able to reach back and just grab my sunglasses. So I have military MOLLE webbing sunglass holder, and bam, it's just mounted right on there. Now, you don't want to go running around and leave that there, but again, this stuff comes off. This just covers the 25 liter and 35 liter backcountry panniers, and this is the Nomax Tank Bag. They have a whole range of stuff. It's incredible. Every single piece of it works so well. These guys, this is what I like about Mosco, okay? The thing I like about Pete Day from Mosco Moto and his whole crew, they get out and they ride and they test it. Everything they have tested. They have tested over and over and over again. I'm talking about their clothes. I'm talking about their bags. I'm talking about everything that they pimp. They're pimping it because they go out for weeks at a time and try this stuff. So I couldn't be more proud to represent. They are not sponsoring this video, but they did give me these to try out, and I love them. And I couldn't think of a better bag. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications when we upload more videos. Thank you so much for watching.